You can use your money to buy skill that will now make you an employer.
Welcome to Noble TV Live, and my name is Valentine Agogo, and I'm here on set with Mr. Augustino Milo. Nice having you on set, sir.
Thank you very much.
Nice having you on set because there's a lot of wisdom to tap from today. You know, very quick one. We're going to be talking about job racketeering, especially with case reference to the Nigerian civil service, federal, state, even special appointments, but the Nigerian government circle, job racketeering. It's been rampant for decades, let's be honest with ourselves. It's been there, but lately it's been getting out of control because we now have both legal and illegal means of getting employment in the civil service, all right, the Nigerian government circle, and a lot of issues arising every day from these racketeering process. So what do you have to say about the job racketeering spiraling out of control in Nigeria lately?
To say the least, it has become embarrassing because, growing up, if I saw any advertisement where they mentioned that somebody should pay maybe like 5 naira to obtain a form for employment, I don't go there. I don't go near such kind of advertisement. Yes. Yes. But unfortunately today now, I hear some persons who will tell you that they want to sell their land because when I ask why, they say because maybe federal government or state government is employing and somebody want to help them. I say, how? He say, if you pay 700,000. Some will say even 1 million naira to get a job.
Yeah.
Why? Because for me, if you're employing me, the way I think, if you're employing me, you are not doing me a favor. Because you need me to help you advance the cost of your company or your organization for me to help you to make sure that things work in your place. So you are using the local balance now. If anybody is to do shakara, it's me. Because at the end of the day, if I contribute well, so meaningfully, you make money for your company, you get money for your shareholders, your children will do well, just as I am also trying to tap into your organization to contribute. So I don't need to pay money. But unfortunately, what we have in Nigeria now is a situation where people now pay money to get employment. They are all fallers from the economic woes we are facing in this country. Poverty. People are desperate. And the worst is that some persons will pay the money and yet they don't get the job.
Don't get the job, yeah.
You'll be stopped. You'll be ashamed to tell people. Because when you get to the police now, maybe for example now, you want to go and arrest somebody now who obtained maybe 700,000 naira from you because he wanted to enlist you into the civil service. When you now, if it doesn't work and you arrest him now, take him to the police. Okay, the police, okay, what is the case? You say, I gave this man 700 naira to help me secure employment. Is the man the personal manager? Is it the PS?
Exactly. Is it the CEO?
No. So you that is giving and the man that is receiving,
two of you have problems.
Two of you have equal blames.
Yeah.
Now, to compound the matters, there are some officers, highly placed individuals. When there is a job vacancies, they say, okay, we are giving this Mr. A 10 slots, for example. Mr. B 4 slots. And Mr. A or Mr. B will now allocate those slots to whoever he likes or she likes, and ask the aides to go sell such a slots. And yes, and that is the case of one, I think Mr. Coco or somebody who said his former boss, the chairperson of this character commission, character commission, that commissioned him. Each time there was a job placement, he would now give those jobs to some persons. Those people will pay money. And the money, he will ensure that they don't pay to his account. Yeah, they bring cash to pay. So this kind of behavior shocked me because why? When we know that federal government in 2017, even as far back as 2017, there was a job ban placed on jobs at the federal level.
Yeah.
Now, 2020, it was reenacted by Buhari. And yes, some persons are still falling prey to these attitudes of people in the government. It's very sad.
But funny thing is, if someone who is a leader of a character commission is characterless, it's ironic, because you're meant to be a role model in your ministry, and yet here you are being found doing things, dirty little things that even the messenger should not be involved with. But the thing is, this, I knew you earlier said is as a result of poverty, but I really don't want to fully agree with that, because someone who's able to raise 700,000, 1 million, I may not have my facts very right,
Yes.
very clearly, but I remember back then, while I was still in the civil service,
Yes.
you know, I was once in the civil service
Okay.
before I left the
Yes.
civil
Voluntarily.
service. Voluntarily.
Okay.
Yeah, I left voluntarily.
Yes.
You know, while I was there, I used to hear side talks of people who, some of my colleagues who would say that they know people in the system who bought their jobs with 1.5 million.
Yes.
1 million. That's over almost 10 years ago.
Yes.
I'm like, are you serious? For you to raise 1.5 million to give to a stranger just to get it, and at the end of the day, they don't get that job till the end of
Yes.
time because
Yes.
it was backdoor. When the new government changes and says all employment from 2013 till date,
Yes.
you are all fired.
Yes.
Your 1.5 million is gone.
Yes. You're stranded.
You're stranded. I think that they should, if you could raise that kind of money, you should use it to start a business.
Wow.
You should use it to start a business, not fall prey. I think it's greed. It's beyond not just poverty, it's greed that makes people fall prey into going to pay for jobs. Now, what are the measures now that government can put in place to curb this? Because the people perpetrating this evil are people inside the civil service.
Yes.
It's not outsiders. Strangers will not just come from nowhere and say, give me money, I'll give you a job. It's people inside the system.
Yes.
So what are the measures that the government is putting in place to fish out those people and prosecute them?
I was listening to your conversation when you were having one of your sessions with Victoria Chukura.
Yeah.
When she mentioned the role of the orientation agencies.
Yeah.
When she talked about the jingles. So on regular basis, at regular intervals, government should come up with policies that maybe they can kind of pursue with jingles. That people will hear that it is not necessary for anybody to go seek employment from federal authorities or any place for that matter in Nigeria with money to buy employment. If instead of buying employment, you can use your money to buy skill that will now make you an employer. Just what we're saying now. Yes, when you were saying instead of using the money to start up a business, I was nodding my head.
Yeah.
Because I learned of somebody who was stranded abroad, and he asked the parents to send him 3 million naira for him to start up again something in that place. So when I had the man is in police headquarters, in the cell, for one reason or the other. Now, when I had the case from the sister, I said, and you agreed when this boy can come back to Nigeria,
3 million to
if he
start
has
a
this money,
business.
go to Onitsha and do boy for 1 year. Whatever it is that you have to
And
pay
learn
your
the
master.
trade.
Yeah, learn the trade. Then whatever may be left out of that 3 million, it may be 1 million, it may be 2 million. Let him start business. If he doesn't want to start in Onitsha, let him go to any other place and start business. He should learn something. So why will you spend those kind of money to buy employment when you can use the money to create yourself an employer? So for me, one of the ways to curb all these things is the federal orientation agencies or any agencies for orientation for that matter to sensitize the people continually on the need for people to know that there is no need for people to pay for employment. And for the government also, if anyone is caught perpetrating this kind of evil, it should be punished appropriately, particularly when the person that is involved, is taking advantage of. Yes, when the person, if you take advantage of somebody because of his ignorance, the person that is taking
or naivety.
Yes.
I personally think that the punishment should be highest. They should be dismissed from the service. Anyone found with, because if it's not a serious punishment, they won't take it seriously. They won't take it. If it's just something that maybe you'll be queried or you'll be suspended and all that, they'll just keep doing it. If I'm suspended for 100 million, man, that's a very worthy suspension, because you collect 1 million naira from 100 people to give them jobs, fake jobs. At the end of the day, you made 100 million for yourself. So that's a criminal offense. So they should be dismissed and prosecuted, not just a punishment by mouth, by saying, okay, they're suspended, they're giving a note warning, this and that, or they set up a panel. What are you setting a panel for? It's black and white. So there's nothing to create a panel and start dilly-dallying around, beating around the bush, because they are all persons of interest, of course, from higher powers. Well, basically, one final word, sir.
Yes, the final word. If you are an unemployed graduate in Nigeria or young person in Nigeria for any reason, don't be so desperate. All you need to do, as far as I'm concerned, look inwards. There are some things that you need to provide, maybe services that you can offer. Don't be ashamed. There are some persons who will have become rich in Nigeria, but because they are ashamed of maybe doing some menial jobs, as quote and unquote, but meanwhile, these are the kind of jobs they do abroad and make money. So humble yourself and discover what you can do as a person to actually succeed. Not necessarily starting with money as capital. Start with your capital sense.
Very important. I always say in all that getting, get sense.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Get sense above every other thing. You can have money and still be without sense, but get sense. All right, so that's as much as we can take from Novo TV Live. We want to say thank you. Please do like, share, drop your comments, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button for similar prompt updates. Thank you.